Hello everyone and welcome back if you're returning. If this is your first time clicking on one of my videos, hello and welcome, and I really hope you do come back. So for those of you that have never seen one of my messages before, my name is Arlene. I'm a seer. I tap into past, present and future energy. I'm a psychic medium and a healer, and I'm an open channel for the divine. And right now on this channel you'll get twin flame guidance and spiritual guidance. So trust that if you found this channel for any reason, there could be an answer for you. Your guides have brought you here. My guides have brought you here for a reason. So thank you either way for stopping by, and I hope you find the answers you're looking for here. So let's get into this message. Now, I'm sorry I didn't come on last night. I've been telling you the last few readings that my energy levels have been high, full of energy, and then, you know, just ready for a nap and sitting back here and just snoring for 10 minutes. And that's the way my energy has been. And plus I'm writing a book, which my avid readers will know. If you're a songwriter, book writer, poet writer, it doesn't matter. When you're in the flow of writing something, you just have to keep going. So yesterday I spent a lot of time writing, and by the time it got to last night, I was just like, do you know what? I just really want to go to sleep. I really need my bed. But I think I just used so much of my energy with, you know, my thinking and stuff like that. Just overthinking in a good way. Too much thinking going on. But it was nice. It was nice to just have that, you know, when you get into that flow state as a writer and it just wants to come out of you, you just have to keep typing. So it was tiring, but it was good, and I'm really excited about this book, and I can't wait to share it. And hopefully within a month, I would say within a month, I'm kind of on track for a month's time. So then I'll have to edit it and stuff like that, but hopefully. So I'm looking forward to sharing that with you all very soon. So let's do it. Calling in heavenly ancestors, spirit guides, the archangels of love and light, and the ascended masters of the highest pure divine light. I call you in now for your love, your guidance, your blessings and protection throughout as I bring forward a message for the Twin Flame Collective. Please and thank you. Archangel Michael, can you please surround my children, my dog, my home and myself in a golden bubble of God's protection at all times as I bring forward this message for the Twin Flame Collective. I can also request Archangel Michael, whoever watches this message online, you surround them, their loved ones, their home and their pets in a golden bubble of God's protection also. Thank you, Archangel Michael. Archangel Metatron, can you please stabilise the connection between myself and Spirit, ensuring only clear and concise messages can come through for the Twin Flame Collective's highest and greatest good at all times. Thank you, Archangel Metatron. Sending love, light and gratitude, and so it is. I set the intention with this message to bring through the highest vibration of unconditional love and healing and blessings to every single person who connects with this message, channeled straight through the cosmic heart of Venus. And so it is. Now, the song that came through yesterday, and obviously I wasn't, an extra chime. Obviously I didn't come on last night, but the song I woke up to yesterday morning was by Elvis Presley, If I Can Dream. And I listened through to it a few times, and I feel it wasn't just a message from the masculine, I feel it was really for the Twin Flame Collective in general. Because right now, and I want to just do a quick check-in for the Twin Flames energetically before I get to the love readings from the masculine. But I feel there's a message coming through for the Twin Flames in general, and you might be finding, so for example, a few changes that I'm feeling that you might be feeling also. My appetite. Now, I feel my light body is more taking form now because my appetite is a lot less. Before I used to love 2 slices of sourdough toasted and some wild rocket and a poached egg on each. Sorry, my throat's drying up. And now I can eat one slice of sourdough with some rocket and a poached egg, and I cannot get to the other one. I'm too full. And I've noticed that like more and more, like meals I would normally have managed to eat the full plate of food, I get halfway through and I'm like, I'm full. I literally cannot. And my cravings for sweet food and stuff like that has just got less and less and less. So that has changed within me. My appetite has changed, my craving for you know, sweet stuff and things like that. And I'm not saying I would still take, like, you know, if someone offered me, I'll still try a bit of chocolate or, you know, something like that. But I don't have the same cravings to eat that kind of stuff anymore. So you might find that something that's changed within you as well. Your gifts might have changed. Your crown chakra may be experiencing more upgrades. You could be seeing things a lot more clearly now. So, you know, like again with myself, I can, I've always been able to see orbs and shapes and things like that of people in spirit. But now I can see with my eyes open, I can see a lot more movement. Like the veil's very, very thin now. Like I can see beings of light. I can see different shapes and movement and things like that. So for some of you, you might feel that as well. But there's definitely an upgrade going on here for the twin flames. And also you might feel, for example, people who, if you've stopped hearing from people, don't overthink it. Like for example, if you're saying, oh, I haven't heard from, just pulling a name out of thin air, I haven't heard from Rob for 4 weeks. He used to always message me. He used to always, you know, send me reels on Instagram or something, and I haven't heard from him again. It's not because you've done anything wrong. It's because you have now changed to a different timeline. That's all it is, because I feel the separation is getting more and more evident now between the new earth and the old earth. Even myself, like everyone I'm connected to, when I talk to them now, they say they're not watching the news anymore, they're not voting this year, they're not going to go and vote this year, there's no one they want to vote for. They've just really tuned out now to the propaganda going on round about us within the press, within politics and things like that. So, and that's when I know they are also making the move to New Earth, because they've stopped focusing on the old Earth stuff. As I say, the propaganda, all the illusions, all the toxic, low vibrational stuff going on. And so just trust, if someone is not talking to you anymore or not reaching out to you anymore, or people that you once thought were friends of yours and suddenly you don't hear from them much, it's not because you've done anything wrong or because you've become weird or anything like that. It's because you are now moving into a different vibration. Don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? And this is kind of what I'm talking about. It's almost like the and look what's on the bottom. It says energetic upgrade, a new way of being, integration. And that's exactly what I was just talking about. So it's almost now like the people that you've had to kind of dim your light to be around, you can't do that anymore, because it's almost like you're too high vibrational now. You're too advanced spiritually. You've evolved too much now to stay in that circle. And for many masculine, this is definitely the problem now. This is the biggest issue that they're facing, because they can, they literally can't sit in a crowded room full of people anymore that they don't connect with. And for many of them, this is what they're experiencing right now. So Starseed, what lights you up? And when I first went through my awakening and I first got this deck, I kept on seeing this card and I was never really quite sure what it meant at first. Especially the term Starseed, because I was like, Starseed? Because I never considered myself one until I really started to connect with my higher self and understand just the journey my soul has been on. And And it was, what's absolutely amazing is I've always been fascinated by the number 12, always. 3s and 12s have always been my most influential number throughout my life. And also the colour violet, the flowers violets, the word violet. It's so strange that they've always been connected to me. So I'm not surprised that I've got alchemical roots. But I found out today that I've had 12 past lives, 12 incarnations, which have been all very impactful, and that they've all very much, let's just say a lot of them have shaped history we know today, and that's all I'm going to say. But I've had 12 very, very important incarnations, and it was just so fascinating to discover that, because I've always loved the number 12 as well. So this is actually my 12th incarnation, and it's definitely been the one I feel that I have learned the most and I've achieved the most, and I'm so grateful for this journey. And I was just saying today how thankful I was for my journey as well, even for all the bad stuff, because it's all been what has brought me to this point. And when you start to see your entire journey as a journey of lessons and blessings and gratitude, that's when you know that things are truly changing. And just as I say that, the transformation card come out. So when you get to that point where you're like, do you know what, my higher self has been guiding myself and my physical masculine in this lifetime. My higher self knows the plan. My higher self understands what I'm doing here in this lifetime. And it's very hard just to let go and surrender to that, myself included. I know how hard it is. But I can honestly tell you, when you surrender and just allow your higher self to guide you, it changes everything. It definitely opens up a whole new world for you. So I feel with the what lights you up card now, that is definitely about doing stuff that you love to do. That is simply all it means. Because when you're a starseed, the way your frequency rises is just doing stuff that you love. And that doesn't matter what that is. Cooking, singing, dancing, art, reading books, spending time with nature, even all of that. You do more of it, because that all helps towards your healing and transformation here. Now the Akasha cards here, your life is divinely guided, and that's just what I was talking about there. When you release control of your 3D life and just know that your higher self knows the way, your higher self knows the plan, and you and your masculines are constantly working as a team, and every single thing that you've both went through together, all the highs and lows, has all been planned. It's all been that way. Even the karmic contract, everything has all been part of the same plan. So when you start to have gratitude for it and start to go, it all makes sense. That all makes sense to me now. You know, I'm understanding that everything that's happened to me has been for the purpose of leading me to this point and this healing journey. So let's see what else to come through. So you've got this, the universe will catch you, take a leap. So for many of you here, there's something about your particular journey, and the priestess card here in the bottom. So it says, how are you being called to step up and lead? So take a leap into leadership of some kind here. So I can just say for many of you that I connect with through my work with many of you over the last couple of years, you're born leaders. You are natural born leaders. When you talk, people listen. When you give your opinion, people want it. You're not just giving unwanted opinions. When you give your opinion, when you give advice, people really want to listen to it. And I feel that for many of you, this is something that you need to start taking more notice of for yourself. And I actually said this to someone the other day, that You know, I'm so good at giving advice, and sometimes I have to go, Arlene, listen to your own advice. Listen to your own advice in this situation. But I feel with this taking a leap here and about being divinely guided, there's something that your masculines are being divinely guided to take a leap forward here, to take a leap of faith towards something here. But definitely for many of you, those leadership roles are, and being a leader isn't what we would generally think of being a leader. You know, like when you think of a leader, you think of someone who gives orders, who tells people to do this, do that. You know, that's what we think of a leader as being. A leader is just someone who shows by example. Someone who, and the most powerful leaders are the ones who do it from the heart. They show people how to live a life from their heart, how to live their best life from their heart. The most influential leaders are the people who don't ask you to follow. They show you an example of what they would do, or show you how, they show you by example basically. And if you choose to follow them, if you choose to listen to them and take their advice and do the things that they've told you have worked for them, that means that you're following their lead. They are the best leaders. They are the ones that make people want to, like, you know. So for me, although we're talking about stepping up to lead here, it just means there's something about your life that people want to lead by example, and the yes card came out. Now this is about answering the call as well, but I feel that was a big yes, just to confirm what I've said there. The best leaders are the people who are making those choices from the heart space and making other people want to do the same. That is being a leader. So whatever you feel called to do, or whatever these masculines are feeling called to do now, the divine's saying it is time. The birthing a new age, birthing new creations and dreaming a new world into being. Now, I think I just, did I tell you that the Elvis Presley song If I Can Dream, and look at that. And I felt that at the start there was a message wanting to come through for the twin flames in general, and I do feel it's that it's a time to hold your vision. It's a time to hold your vision, dream the world, a peaceful world, into reality. You have the power to create it. Those of you that understand why you're here in this lifetime, you're here for a very particular reason. And it's because your healing journey is very much important to the new earth frequency, those heaven on earth frequencies. And so I just feel this first message here is for all the twin flames, but especially those who've been trying not to step out their comfort zone too much, not ruffle too many feathers by showing their true self. But the keepers of the light are here. You are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you now and answer the call. What is your soul calling you to do? And the birthing a new age and dreaming a new earth into reality. So If I Can Dream by Elvis Presley, listen to that song, because I feel that's so impactful right now for the twin flames, and not just for the twin flames, for all the spiritual collective who are understanding there's more to the world than what meets the eye right now. They're understanding that things go much deeper than the surface level 3D that we've been used to. And I feel for the masculines as well, they're ready here to, they're being divinely guided here to take some sort of leap of faith and step up into leadership as well. But, you know, as I say, I don't feel this is for people who think that you're going to have to become some sort of general in an army or something. The best leaders are the ones, as I said, who lead by example. Just being a good person, being a loving, nurturing person, being open-hearted, being generous with your time, your love, being generous in general. Just knowing that the more you give, the more you receive. And, you know, so I want, this is just a reminder to keep focusing on a peaceful a peaceful vision of Earth. And don't tune out from, I know there's a lot of terrible stuff going on in the world. And it's not an ignorance is bliss thing. We know there's stuff going on. We pray for the people involved in that situation and in the situations that are happening around the world. But you've also got to realise that you have the power to keep sending out those positive intentions and grounding in that light and love into Earth, because you also have the power. Love can overcome anything. The power of good can always overcome anything. So just keep those intentions of love and good and kindness and peace. Keep them so prominent, and just know that the world is capable of achieving the dream and the vision you have in your mind. So I just want to pull on some energy right now as well for the twin flames and see what's going on. Aries on the bottom, and look at that, a positive outcome, new horizon, new life, new career, new horizons. So this is changing for many of you. This is saying that you are being called to take action. Now, I know there's something happening with Mars and Saturn right now in Aries, possibly today or tomorrow, which is pushing you to take action upon your desires, your dreams. And for many of you, it is to do with your creativity with that What Lights You Up card. So Aries is pushing people here to make some sort of choice, to change their life. Now, conversation, communication, so that Mercury energy. So definitely, and there's the meditation and the alignment card. Now that card is all about saying something is aligning in your reality. Something is healed, something is aligned. And with that communication card. So this is just saying for many of you, I was feeling at the start, and I was just talking about, for many of you, your light body activation has created a very powerful change within you. It's almost like people are dropping from your life. You cannot connect with the same people you used to, and your appetite could have changed, your sleeping pattern could have changed, your gifts could have come in stronger, but there's something here about your creativity has excelled as well. So you may feel called to take on projects which you've been putting off, or complete a project that you've been putting off completing. So Pisces and the High Priestess card. So, I mean, the High Priestess card is that Pisces energy anyway, which is all about the mystic and that dreamlike state as well, that very much that Neptune energy. If I can dream, that song coming through again, if I can dream. So there's something here about your and you got the Priestess card in other decks, so something about your priestess energy, your faith, your healing, your mystical gifts are very much part of dreaming some sort of, and with that creative card and Aries energy, there's something, you are capable here of creating a beautiful change within your own reality and other people's reality as well. So this is, I feel, very powerful manifestation energy as well for some. Okay, friend zoned and love yourself. So for many of you, this was, and we've got the Ascension card in the bottom. So for many of you, you were friend zoned by your masculines. And there's that Taking a Leap card and the Gemini energy. So, which is a card of communication and the twins and also the lovers. But something here about, for those of you that have been friend zoned by your person, it pushed you to love yourself. It pushed you to understand more about your journey. And that is what the twin flame journey is definitely all about. So the twin flame runner and the leap of faith here. So I want to find out a bit more about this from the love deck, but there could be, for some of you, your twin flame runners are about to take some sort of leap of faith. It's all divinely guided. So this is my divine orchestration card. And you got the Akasha card and the light workers deck as well, saying something is being divinely guided. And the seeds, that's the Seven of Pentacles energy, something you have wished for or prayed for or put in the intentions for is now manifesting. And the Abundance card came out. So, for many of you, this is your manifestations coming to fruition. Your manifestations are coming in. Give me another card here on this, please. Okay, so the Deception card, and right behind the Deception card in the bottom is the Three of, is the Third Party card. Sorry, the Three of, I was going to say it's the Three of Pentacles, but the Third Party card. So there was something here, you have definitely had to heal and ascend out of a lot of toxic situations where maybe your person has got themselves, yes, see, you've had to heal and ascend out of some sort of toxicity, or your masculines have, from some sort of toxic third party situation. Yeah, see? The Healing card and the Inner Union, this is that alchemical balance, your yin-yang energy, balancing both inside of you. And so this has definitely created, I'm hearing like a surge of transformation, like a, for many of you who are in this balanced energy, look at that, the Union card and the happy outcome. So for many of you, I feel this is just a confirmation of what you're feeling. If you're someone who's going, you know, I've been feeling this transformation for a while, I've been feeling this change coming in for some time, I've been feeling intuitive that my person's about to contact me, I've been feeling balanced, I've been feeling healed, I've been feeling inner union, like I've been feeling like in union with myself. I feel this is just your confirmation, and I split the deck on signs and synchronicities from the universe. So for many of you, it could be angel numbers. You could be seeing, when you're out your walks, you could be seeing things. You could be seeing shapes in the clouds, all sorts of things. And there's that Taurus energy and the Union card back again. So Taurus season, I believe, is soon. Or now, I can't even remember, maybe this week. Oh my goodness, look what just jumped out the deck. The Leap of Faith card and the Union card. So something about Taurus season. Yeah. So I don't know when Taurus season is, but don't give up, because something is being manifested here, and the infinity symbol, a forever love. And look what I split the deck on, Taurus. So don't give up, because something is changing here in Taurus season. Yeah. Okay, let's split the deck. And Aries. So Aries and Taurus placements could be significant for some of you, but Aries and Taurus season is just coming in very prominently. Let me get some cards around the love. Let me see what's going on for love for the twin flame connections. I'm hearing the Beatles song All My Loving. So this is someone that's saying, almost like saying, while they've been away from you, they're saving all their loving, for you. Just remember, I'll always be true. Sorry, that's the wrong tune, but yeah, that's someone who's saying they're being true to you, they're saving all their loving for you, they're sending all their loving to you. Taking sides, cannot see the similarities, or focusing on the problems rather than the positives. So I feel that's maybe what you saw, we got the deception card in the third party. So maybe this person didn't really focus on the good things in this relationship before. Maybe you reminded them of a past person or a situation, and maybe it scared them a bit. Cycles, stuck in a pattern that's hard to break out of, and that's what I was feeling. This is someone who, it's almost like when they met you, the situation started to remind them of a previous relationship that they had not fully healed from. And I just feel this person had like a toxic mindset as opposed to a toxic person in their life who was, you know, they maybe still had an attachment to a toxic person, but I feel this was more a toxic mindset. So the goddess, affirming the sacred feminine within yourself. So whatever happened here, this pushed you to ascend and step into your beautiful goddess, powerful feminine energy. And the diverge card, being on different levels or growing apart. So look at that. Those two cards alone, and I'm just getting like shivers down my spine here. It's just the whole point in this journey was for your masculine to push you to step into your powerful feminine priestess energy here. This was the whole point. And you know, there was something here about maybe you both had to learn to focus on the good things in your life and not the bad things. Because I feel this was someone who definitely was looking very much at the negative side of relationships, the negative side of love. And instead of focusing on the good things in their life, they were looking at all the negatives. And maybe at the start of this separation with your person, maybe that's what you were doing as well. But now when you look back, you can see how much you've changed and evolved. And, you know, and I would hope if this is your message, you're already at the point where you're thanking your masculine for pushing you to go through that change. Because I definitely feel that your masculine has very much pushed you here into this flow state now. Together, resolving to make things work between you both. So, like all twin flame connections, the separation stage is so important because that's what brings you back together stronger, evolved, and more ready to take on the challenges that life has to offer. And really, when you've been in separation, there shouldn't really be any more challenges for your connection. It's more overcoming the challenges that life can throw your way. And I feel you and this person here, you're and I say this a lot, you and your masculines are always working together. Always working together. You're always in perfect partnership. Your higher self has always got you and your masculine. If you, as I always say, you picture your higher self like it's like a triangle thing, you know, like your higher self's here and you and your masculine are here at the points of the triangle down here. And then you're both always working in perfect partnership. You're both teaching each other, learning from your karmic situations, and always sharing that energy and information with your higher self. So it works like this perfectly well-oiled machine. It's a perfect thing because you're always exchanging information in dream state, in the astral plane, and it was all because your higher self eventually wants the two of you to be together. Eventually your higher self wants you both to learn your lessons, understand your journey, heal, evolve, grow, all these things, and then come back together. That is what your higher self's role is for many twin flames. I can't say for every single twin flame journey, but certainly for the ones I deal with the most, that's what we're here to do. And that's what your higher self is hoping for. So, but the reason why I say that is because I feel with that together card, this is very much what's coming in here for whoever this is for. Your masculine pushed you to step into your feminine power, and now it's a time to return together, return back together. Sincerity, make sure that you're both being authentic. So this is what I feel. You both have to be authentic and be your true authentic selves in order for this to work fully together. And I feel that's why you're both not allowed to come back together here. And again, my throat chakra. So there's something about the two of you that you're now being asked to, so just to fix my top, you're now being asked to speak your true authentic truth. And So no longer dimming your light, hiding who you are, no longer hiding your personality, hiding your divine guidance. Share your divine wisdom with the world. And I feel you're being brought back together because you both learned your lesson, you both closed out the cycle, but Divine Feminine, you have definitely stepped into your power. Destiny, coming back together in perfect divine timing. And look what's here on this other side. Renewal, a reconnection after a break, or starting over. So that is exactly what I feel. And the reflection card here. So you both had time to reflect and learn and heal. And, you know, as much as that's always what the twin flame journey is about, this message is certainly very, very strong in its guidance for that exact thing as well. Feeling ready to share your heart space again. So I definitely feel that's what's changed. So before I pull some tarot, excuse me, before I personally, what time are we on? What I'm feeling here, this is a masculine who had to heal from some sort of past situation. And just from saying that, look what I split the deck on. Six of Cups. They had to heal from some past situation. They had a very negative view around love and relationships. And this person definitely had to, Six of Swords now. This person definitely had to move past negative mindset regarding love. But for you, Divine Feminine, everything your masculine has done here was to push you to be your true authentic self, to step into your priestess power, to step into your goddess frequency. And now the Justice cards come out. So definitely something about balance as well. To regain balance and be more balanced within yourself. But also there could be something from a past life that you both had to rectify and transform from, with the Death card coming out next. So I feel there was something, I just feel you're both ready for this now. You're both ready for whatever this is. You're both, your masculine pushed you to see your journey for what it is, a healing journey, pushed you to evolve and ascend into your high priestess energy and answer the call. I feel that. And as I said at the start, I feel this for many of you, you're natural leaders who have something to share with the world and make others follow your lead in some way. And your masculine, that was what your masculines were, to push you to step into your feminine power and leadership roles. But now the masculine energies I'm connecting to here, they are ready also. They are ready to come back together and share this journey with you. So the Queen of Wands just jumped out. And the Four of Swords. And the Page of Cups. Now, I feel this is just saying maybe the Queen of Wands for me is an actual leader as well. The Queen of Wands, out of all the queens, I feel is the most influential leader. And the reason why I say that is because I always feel the Queen of Wands is someone who leads with passion and is very much a natural born leader. It's not about the star sign or the zodiac sign. I just feel the Queen of Wands is a natural leader. They're very passionate about purpose and things like that. So I feel with the Four of Swords, this is just saying someone had to see themselves, the Divine Feminine of this twin flame connection had to see themselves in a different way. They had to reflect on everything that they've gone through and push them to take up some sort of leader role here. And the Page of Cups, I feel, is also about learning how to be vulnerable, because as I said, the best leaders are the ones who lead from the heart, who lead by example from the heart. And part of leading by example from the heart is being vulnerable and being open and not so defensive. So let me see. Tell me a bit more about this twin flame connection I'm picking up on here. The Eight of Pentacles. So this was all about a commitment to yourself. I feel you had to work on yourself and commit to yourself fully and work here on anything, any blocks and obstacles that were stopping you from being the best version of you. And this masculine I'm picking up on here purposely did that. Yes, see? That Death card. So this is a masculine who purposely caused an ending with you, to push you to take on this leadership role, to push you to step into your leader position. And now that you've taken on that role, now that this masculine has done their side of things, Seven of Cups and the Page of Swords, this is someone now who, I almost feel this is saying that you now have clarity, you have learned something about this journey, but also you have learned a bit about this masculine and their reasons for pushing you to transform. So I feel now you're understanding your journey, and your masculine has also got clarity on this journey. So Ace of Pentacles and Two of Cups. So this is, for me, this is just saying this is something that has been given a new lease of life here. This is something that, this is a connection that the divine is blessing you both in some way here for the work you've put in and for the transformation you've put in to this connection. Oops, this one just jumped out. Nine of Wands. So that's effort. Nine of Wands is you've put in the effort, you've put in the work, you've put in the hard work, and now you're about to see some sort of reward. Now you're about to see the efforts of your labour. This is, the Nine of Wands is like you've almost achieved it. See, look at that. Remember I said there's something that you've manifested that's about to come into fruition. And I feel you've both manifested this. You've both manifested this. Wow, Ace of Cups just jumped out. Your love for each other has manifested something here. Your love for each other has manifested this Ten of Cups, Two of Cups. I feel like God is ready to bless you both here with something, some sort of new beginning. This masculine needed you to, Nine of Cups, to see your value in order to fully allow your perfect life to happen here. Something had to give, something had to end, something had to change, because otherwise you were going to stay stuck with this person. So this masculine created an ending they didn't want, but it was to push you to evolve. Yeah, look at that. So the Knight of Wands, the Empress, and the Six of Pentacles. So in the past, this person definitely made you feel like they weren't, they didn't, so in, trying to think the best way to say this, in the past this person made you feel like you weren't their equal, or they felt like they weren't your equal, or something like that. And this person's about to rush in here and take action upon this connection now, because they want you to know that they're ready to be your equal, and that they see this connection as something that brings so much balance and stability. Yeah, look at that, Six of Wands and the Knight of Cups. So, for example, if this person told you, I'm not interested in a relationship with you, I'm not the relationship guy, I'm not the relationship gal, I'm not interested in relationships, I can't give to this relationship anymore. So this person created an ending with you to push you to evolve, to push you to transform Divine Feminine and step into your Empress energy, step into your High Priestess energy. But now I feel this person is about to take some sort of action here to show you that they are ready to be an equal partner for you. They're ready to be an equal playing field with you. And it's leading to some sort of successful outcome for you both. Yes. So I feel like you walked away from this person because they refused to surrender to love. They refused to acknowledge love, and they caused an ending. And you had to turn tail and leave. So let's see. Tell me what this person's next move is for their divine feminine here, please and thank you. King of Pentacles. I'm trying to jump out here. 8 of Wands. And the 5 of Pentacles in the bottom, and the Tower and the Sun. So this for me is like an unexpected turnaround. An unexpected, oh, I just realised what came out with the 8 of Wands. The 10 of Pentacles. So King of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, 8 of Wands, and then the 5 of Pentacles, the Tower and the Sun. So this is some sort of unexpected positive outcome to something that looked like wasn't going to go anywhere. Something that ended, something that looked like it was never going to change or go anywhere. Something has changed. And I split the deck on Justice card. And I've got the Strength card here on the bottom. And what's behind the Strength card? 7 of Swords. So someone definitely has had to have strength and courage here to find the courage to definitely return to you after a time of sabotaging and avoiding love. So, and I'll split the deck one more time. On the Fool. That leap of faith coming back again. So, main signs: Aries, Libra, Leo, Scorpio, Pisces, Taurus, Pisces, Taurus, Gemini and Virgo. Main signs. But this is someone here. Now, and I don't often say this very often, but I've got the deck on Justice again. This person pushed you. This masculine very much understood the contract. They very much understood the plan. They pushed you away. They sabotaged things with you because they knew that you were not going to leave them willingly. So they had to do something to push you away and make things final, make things end. But when they did, they pushed you here to become someone quite powerful in the best possible way. You are a natural born leader. You are meant to be in the spotlight somehow. A guide, a leader for others to follow. So whoever your masculine is, everything they've done here, they've done it for you. But they've also done it for both of you here for this new beginning. So, quick shuffle and let's pick an oracle card to close out. Okay. Oh, nearly 50 minutes again. So can I get an oracle card, please, to close out this message for the beautiful Twin Flame Collective? Which oracle card would you like me to read at this time? And I'm going to also bring through a message from Yeshua at some point. I'm doing my first live with members tomorrow night, and then maybe tomorrow night or Tuesday night for a message from Yeshua, but I will bring that through. Okay. Okay, I think I just missed it there. It told me one and then I just missed it. Okay, well, it looks like this one. Mount Sinai. Interesting. I don't think I've read that one yet. Oh, look who's on the bottom. Ishtar always comes out in this deck for me, always. And so Ishtar is a very, very powerful energy right now for many. So Mount Sinai. So let's see what this says. Okay. So Mount Sinai. It says true ascension, divine elevation, and absolute oneness with the divine. Now, I did say whatever happened here between you and this person, you were pushed, and because you were pushed because this person needed you, your masculine needed you to ascend for some reason. So let's find out. So it says, beloved soul, you stand at the top of you stand at the top of holy the Mount Sinai, standing at the top of the mountain in your nakedness of spirit, having shed the ego and all that you once thought you were. This sacred mount called you into the deepest surrender, where all identities dissolve into the pure light of consciousness. Like Moses before you, you have climbed through your own wilderness, releasing layers after layer of identities and beliefs until only your essence remains. A sweet emptiness full of everythingness. This state right here is your holy ground, where heaven meets earth within you now. In this special moment of ego death, Sophia, Christ consciousness, approaches with gifts of divine revelation. You have walked through the fire of transformation, letting go. If you have walked through darkness, know that you are not broken. You have been prepared for grace for this exact moment and a reunion with the divine. Rest, my love, and feel the absolute oneness that exists beyond all names and forms. You're being initiated into a new level of consciousness where the veils between you and Source dissolve into pure light. This card arrives in confirmation that your journey of releasing all the old identities has led you to this precise moment of clarity. In your spiritual nakedness, you're mostly clothed in divine white light. The struggles, the liberation, the death, and the griefs, even the dark night of the soul, all have prepared you for this moment of pure communion with Source. Trust in the sacred vulnerability, for the moment is your gateway to absolute union with the divine, and this is where all truly begins again for you. Wow, so I maybe have read that, I don't, because it seems familiar, but I just feel this is what I was generally feeling for many of you. You've been pushed, you've been pulled, you've been pushed to transform, you've been pushed to dream big and not let people dim your light anymore. And for many of you, your masculines purposely created an ending with you to make you evolve and transform and step into your full divine goddess priestess power here, your Sophia Christos energy. So just well, obviously your Sophia energy, because your masculine is your Christos energy, but you've got both inside of you. That's the point. So if you resonate with this and you feel like this is a message that touches you and within your heart and soul, you just feel aligned to this message, then this is definitely a message for you. So let's close out. God bless you, your home, your family and your pets, and God bless your union to come in with your special person very soon. Dearest everlasting Father, thank you for this time we've spent together today, and thank you for all you do for us. As we all move on with our day or night, wherever we are in the world, would you go ahead of us, dwell within us, shine through us, blessing all those who cross our path. God of hope, would you fill us to overflowing today with all joy and peace by the power of your Holy Spirit. Amen. Take care, everyone, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Namaste.